Ashy Bynes is a bikini model.
She's built a booming fitness empire.
If you're female and into fitness, there's a good chance you've already heard of Ashy Bynes.
Ashy Bynes.
Ashy Bynes.
Celebrity Ashy Bynes.
Fitness fanatic Ashy Bynes.
You know, all of those comments, they break my heart.
Definitely not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the keep with that.
I mean, at the end of the day, I kind of have to block out all of that noise and just focus on myself and my message.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video I'm feeling a little bit nervous about. I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable, and I've been wanting to talk about this for a little while as I feel it could be quite interesting, informative, and not a chance to tell my story, but I feel like it's just a chance. My platform is a platform that I can speak my truth and how I'm feeling, and just hope to educate you guys more on this topic. But it is very hard for me to talk about this. I'm hoping I'm not going to get emotional, because it's just been one of the downsides of having a business and the downside of putting myself out there and sharing so much about my life, whether it's personal life or business. Anyways, let's get straight to it. Today's video is about dealing with the media. So if you have followed me, you might have seen me experience many ups and many downs when it comes to the media. So let's get started, and I can tell my story and teach you guys some things that I've learned over the last couple of years. So 8 years ago, I started working in the fitness industry. Oh, how time flies when you're having fun, right? At that time, I had no idea where it was going to take me, but I knew that spending my days surrounded by health and fitness and being able to share what I was learning, and I just knew it's what I was born to do. Through living my passion and sharing my knowledge on social media, our business grew and grew and grew. Along with my social media growth come unknown territory, something that seemed exciting initially, and that was dealing with the media and everything that comes with it. I'll never forget the first time that I was contacted for a story all those years ago. I was asked to provide an interview for a publication, and thinking it would be great exposure for my business and a chance to show the world how we go about helping women and supporting women, and I said yes. The outcome was anything but positive, and they fed me to the wolves. I was absolutely shattered and devastated. This was not an easy lesson, and I definitely learned the hard way. As this was my first experience with the media, I ran through every single emotion humanly possible. How can it be legal to publish misleading, sensationalized, and inaccurate information about a person? You guys can probably feel I'm a bit nervous to talk about this. But how do journalists sleep at night knowing the pain and upset that they have unnecessarily caused to those that they report on? I felt betrayed, used, and to be honest, I actually hid in my room for like 4 days straight. Devastated, I felt embarrassed, and I truly thought that this whole life wasn't for me and I couldn't handle it. Even though I know that media can truly be good for business, I didn't want a bar of it ever again after the stories that they had created about me. In fact, I pretty much said to my team, I ban all media, as I just didn't want to assist them in growing their following and reach by stepping on everyone in their path. It felt so wrong. The people doing and requesting the interviews lead you to believe that the storyline will be positive and inspiring, but when it's published, it's often so cruel and damaging for anyone involved, whether you're strong or not, or new or old in the industry, whatever industry. Stories of people actually trying to do good don't really get views or attention. They totally get forgotten about. It's all dramatized and negative. So why do the media do what they do? It's a golden rule of journalism taught to any news reporter at the beginning of their career that your headline should grab the reader's attention straight away, or as it's known for these days, clickbait. You might have heard that before. Anyways, the more outlandish and far-fetched the headline, the more likely someone is to click on it. The more views they get, the more clicks they get, the more interaction, the more their page, website, or newspaper, etc. grows, which at the end of the day is their end goal. As well as the more clicks and views that they get on their site, the more they can charge for advertising. It's as simple as that. So basically it's a moneymaker. As my business and social media grew, the more the media wanted to be involved. With social media, anything can quickly escalate and get out of control. And as it all happens so fast and sometimes so unexpectedly, it's hard to be prepared. I don't think you can ever be prepared. And I know for sure I could have handled some situations a lot better. I'm human and I'm still learning, and it is so hard sometimes. It's still almost like a shock to my body and a shock to my system that it's legal for these type of publications to even be made up about people. It's just hard sometimes, and it's happened recently, so I feel like I'm still moving through the emotions of it, so excuse me for having a little moment. So as I said, I'm still learning, so I could have handled situations better in the past. The more my profile and my business grows, the more love I get and the more hate that I receive. But I've chosen to share so much of my life, both personal and with my business, with the world. So I have to accept that people will always have an opinion, and that is totally okay. I need to be okay with that. But it's when people's opinions and views are expressed in a way that is aggressive, mean, or threatening, that's when it crosses a line. That's not sharing an opinion, that's straight out bullying, and that's not okay. Initially, when I was younger and had just started receiving the media attention and the hate, I read and watched everything that was put out about me. I responded, I reacted, and I wanted to defend myself and share my truth. It felt wrong to just sit back as much as everyone said to ignore it. But all this did was make matters worse and give the bullies and critics more airtime, and I don't ever want to give them that power. People forget that I'm a real person, and when they're sitting behind a keyboard typing away, that they are talking to a real person. I've even invited the haters and the trolls many times to meet me in person, but they always decline and usually operate from a fake profile, which just shows how ashamed they really are of who they are and the way they're treating another human. I always live by the rule that if you wouldn't say something to someone's face, then why would you feel it's okay to write it anywhere, especially online? But I suppose not everyone does feel that way. I always wonder how they would feel if someone was being as nasty as what they are to me. If someone was doing that to their best friend or their sister or their mum, how they would cope, how they would react, and would they think that's okay? Hell no, but why is it okay for them to treat me or someone else online like that? The main point of me doing this video is to help everyone watching hopefully have a better understanding and hopefully a little more compassion for anyone who is involved in the media or who has dealt with any type of bullying or online trolls, because let's face it, they're all as bad as each other. I also want to teach you all what I've learned over the last couple of years. And I've learned that hurt people hurt people. I've learned that unhappy people try to bring others down. I now understand that someone else's opinion of me says less about me and everything about them. These days, though it takes some searching at times, I try really hard to find the gift in the situation, and that is not always easy, but I do. There's always something to be learned, and there's always an area to grow, something to take away from it, and I have an amazing team and family and friends and support network I couldn't imagine doing this without. Although seeing upsetting articles written about you or the people that you really love can be really difficult, and dealing with the hate or trolls that come up as a result is zero fun. It also shows you who is going to be there when the chips are down and who really does have your back. And I suppose it also shows me the kind of person that I never ever want to be. So there is a lot to be grateful for as well. It's because of these people that I'll always keep doing my thing and not let another article or person's perception of me or an opinion keep me from doing what I love. I've also realized that what others think about me or say about me doesn't need to completely derail me or send me into a hiding. In fact, it's really none of my business. These days, I choose not to read into any articles or bullshit that gets thrown around on the internet, and wow, now do I actually really feel so much compassion for real celebrities and what they have to go through week to week, seeing themselves on the front cover of gossip magazines all the time. I just never buy into that anymore, and I never believe anything I see on the news or the media or magazines or online anywhere, because majority of the time it's either blown out way out of proportion or twisted to make it more dramatizing or just plain out right, like not true. Living your life in front of the public also means that your mistakes are going to be played out in the full view of everyone. But if I let the fear of judgment keep me from doing what I love, or just being a normal human and not trying to be perfect all the time, I would miss out on so many opportunities and also helping the thousands of women that I get to connect with and support each and every day. If that means that unethical and attention-grabbing articles get written about me so that other publications can make money off it, so be it, I've let it go. I guess it's the huge downside to an industry that has so many positive things going for it as well. The reason that I really wanted to address this today is because I know I'm not the only one who faces online bullying on a day-to-day basis or the media. I know in schools all over the world, in workplace, in friendship groups, people are facing gutless trolls, so much judgment, misplaced anger, ridicule, and for whatever reason, we need to speak out and urge it to stop. I just can't sit back anymore and just not speak about this in hope to just make a change somewhere, even if it's a little change. I just can't sit back anymore. I feel like I need to stand up and do something about it. If you do find yourself reading something about someone that you love or care about or look up to, go to the source it came from and ask yourself what they may be getting from publishing something like that. Is it for ratings? Is it to sell publications? Is it actually just another form of clickbait? Or is it an online troll? Think about what kind of place they in their life to spend the time to make up fake profiles and spend their day spreading hate. That is so sad. I actually feel so sorry for them. Then before you choose to respond, ask yourself if you would say that to someone's face. Is it kind? Is it making the world a better place by speaking it? Would my mum, sister, best friend or partner be inspired or disgusted in the way that you're treating another human? Those questions, I'm hoping anyone watching this, are questions that you can start to think about before you get online and type. I feel we are losing too many young and older people to bullying, whether it's online or every week I see a new story, a new GoFundMe account, or I hear about yet another person who has taken their life because they couldn't handle one more comment, or one more day feeling attacked or feeling alone. This is just, it literally breaks my heart. I feel so helpless. Hence why I'm doing this video, in hope it stops someone, just someone, from posting something online before it's too late to that other person that may be receiving it. We've lost far too many people due to online bullying. Everyone is facing a battle that we know nothing about, and you never know what might tip someone over the edge. And how would you feel if you were responsible for that? There have been absolutely moments where I've wondered if I was strong enough to keep going. Strong enough to carry on through another rough round of media. I'm almost embarrassed to even admit that those thoughts have gone through my head, but I won't let them beat me. I am so much stronger than yesterday, and even if I'm having a tear now, I am so much stronger than what I was yesterday and the day before and the week before and the years before. And I will continue to show everyone who's watching I will always get back up, and there is so much to be grateful for. So many people who need help, and the world in general just needs more love, and I will be that. It's like they say, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. And I'm going to keep seeing the bully tactics for what they are and keep on choosing to see the good. Doing good and helping women be the best versions of themselves that they can be. If you are feeling attacked, bullied, or being subjected to anything that's not making you feel good, please know that you're not alone and that you don't have to accept it. There are also hotlines to help and places to seek support, so don't feel like you have to endure it in silence, and there's other people that understand and know what you're going through. Be kind, people. Think about how you can help someone today and tomorrow and every day that you're on this earth. Focus on what's important in your life and in the world, not silly clickbait news stories that are far from the truth or spun to make it clickbait worthy. Support kind people and don't be afraid to question what the media likes to call news these days. There's so many more important topics than half the crap they post. Whenever I feel lost, scared, lonely, or attacked, I choose to put my energy into helping someone that's worse off than me. There is always someone going through something harder and someone needing your help. Let's be the change that we want to see in the world. Social media can be such a wonderful tool for bringing people together and raising money and helping other people, as long as we ensure that we don't let it tear our hearts apart. I'm really hoping that this has hit home for just one person watching, whether you are going through it or whether you're the bully yourself. It's never too late to stop and take a look in the mirror and ask yourself if you're proud of what you're doing, and think about how you would feel if your comment was the last comment that someone read before they took their life. And I know that might sound extreme and dramatic, but this day and age it's not. It happens, and it happens too often. And think about, like I said before, if someone was doing this to your best friend or your sister or your daughter or your son, not just females, happens to males as well, how would you feel? How would you honestly feel? How would you respond? How would you react? You, me, celebrities, we're all the same. We're all humans doing the best that we can. We make mistakes along the line. Just because ours are in front of hundreds of thousands of people. It doesn't make us a bad person. So just think about what you're putting out to the world. Think about how you can help more, and think about you being the change that you want to see in the world. And we're all bringing out kids and nephews and daughters and sisters. We're bringing them up, and you know, we want them to grow up in a nice world full of love, not full of hate and suicide and online bullying and crap that media posts. So don't feed into it. This video is quite long and it's quite emotional, but for the third time, I really hope that this has resonated with someone out there, or made someone not feel so alone, or made someone feel understood. And I hope that it's spread your awareness as to what really goes on with media and the negative side of doing what I do. Or if you're in the public eye, hopefully this has made you not feel so alone. So if you not enjoyed this video, but if you got something out of this video, I would really appreciate it if you commented below and let me know maybe something you learned, or maybe say sorry to someone. You can stay anonymous, but even saying sorry to something that you've done, that would just feel good to get that off your shoulders, and to know that you might think about what you do next time you feel anger or you get a comment. I just hope this helps someone out there. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.